Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be doing a very short tutorial on liquid eyeliners and how I tend to do two different shapes on my eyes and the reason for that. Just to start out with, first of all, I am going to be using the Tom Ford Eye Defining Pen in the color Deeper. If you do not want to pay Tom Ford prices, which I totally understand, this is one of my favorite liquid liners out there just because it is remarkably good. But if you don't want to pay those prices, the Physicians Formula liquid eyeliner is just as good, and I will include a link or a description to both of them down in the description box so that you can go and check those out. Right off the bat, just letting you know, those are my top two liquid eyeliners that I like right now that you can still purchase. I was going to talk about the Lauren Conrad one, but so far I haven't seen her beauty brand come back yet, so I still don't know what's going on with that one. Anyway, okay, so a few things to note about my eyes. If you have watched me, I think I've talked about this before on my channel, but I don't think I really went into like too much detail about it. But my left eye is quite a bit bigger and rounder than my right eye, and I mostly think it's just because of the way that it creases here, so I think there's a little bit of a deeper crease. I grew up calling that a double eyelid, but I don't really know if that's what everyone else calls it. But the point is, I can actually make my eyes, you know, just look different based on the way that I do my liquid eyeliner. So, for example, let's say I want to do a wing liner, right? Wing liners are usually meant to really help elongate your eye. They kind of make it look a little bit more almond shaped. And then if you just do a regular like line across your eye, you don't extend it out, there's no wing, what it generally tends to do is it brings the emphasis to like the center of your eye and it looks bigger. So we're going to do a little bit of an experiment today just so I can show you guys. I'm going to do a wing liner on my left eye, which is my bigger eye, and you guys can see how it'll elongate that out. And then I'm going to do a regular, just a normal line on my right eye so you can see the huge difference that it makes depending ultimately on what kind of eyeliner you do. Thank you, OB, for your confirmation that this will be a good video. I'm going to be using the thicker side of the Tom Ford liquid eyeliner. There's two, and this is actually one of the reasons why I really like this one is because it is dual-ended. You can tell this one is a lot smaller. It's much easier to do that sort of precise work, but generally speaking, when I'm doing a quick wing liner that is like my daily kind of a look, then I will just use the thicker side because it's faster. Hopefully I can do this on camera. I tend to get a little bit more shaky when I'm filming. I don't know why, because it's not like you guys are like sitting here watching me, but I just like get more hyped up, I think, and I get nervous, so we'll see how this goes. So the way that I do my wing liner is I actually start with the wing, and the way that I generally try to mark it is I will take whatever this shape on the bottom here kind of does, and I am wearing mascara right now, just FYI, but I will generally take this and I will just angle it up and follow the direction of my lower lash line, I guess, and kind of extend it up. So if I follow that, and I'm going to try and keep this in frame, so I'm just going to look ahead at my mirror, tilt my head a little bit just so I can see, and I'm going to go ahead and draw that line. Okay, and that is the foundation to my wing liner, and everything that I do is going to be built off of that. Now, people do liquid liner in a bunch of different ways, right? There are some people that will start on the lid itself and then extend out the wing. I tend to go the opposite direction just because I find that that is the easiest for me. Do what works for you. I'm just kind of letting you guys know how I do my liner. And then from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the center of this line, the middle portion, and I'm going to go ahead and draw a line basically connecting the middle of my eye here to the center of this line. So I'm going to go ahead and do that here. And it's okay if that line tends to go even past the midpoint of exactly where my eye is. It's okay just because I want it to be kind of a smooth line here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fill in this space. I mean, you could certainly leave it blank if you wanted to do like a cool graphic liner look, but that's not what we're doing today. So I'm just filling in the space here. And that would be step, what, 3, I think? So if you're like me and you have hooded eyes as I talk to you with my eyes closed, and I'm letting this dry, if you don't let your liquid liner set down while it's still wet and you open your eye, what will generally happen is you'll end up with smudgies all over your your lids. So I tend to be very, very generous about letting my liquid line really, really dry down before I open up my eye, just because I don't want any smudgies. And so now that it's dry, I'm gonna go ahead now and just finish this off. So the one thing that I don't like about this, right, how it looks right now, is the fact that this point right here is really thin, right, compared to the rest of the liquid liner, right? It just kind of comes to that like odd, like it's just super, it looks kind of like a rat tail in a way. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just fill it out a little bit so that it matches in thickness. And voila. So that is pretty much it. That's how I do my wing liner. It's super easy. So then when we take a look at both of my eyes here, so traditionally speaking, my left eye tends to be quite a bit bigger, right, without makeup on. Now that I've actually drawn this wing liner, you can kind of tell, hopefully, that my eye looks a little bit more elongated versus being kind of that like wider, bigger, brighter eye, right? It's kind of a little bit more, as the kids say, snatched. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this basically, but without the wing on my right eye. And what you'll notice is that it'll make this eye look bigger. Gonna go ahead and draw this line. So for this one, I'm not too concerned about where it stops. Like this one, I kind of really made sure that it was stopping a little bit closer to the center of my eye. This one I'm actually going to do kind of into the inner corner and really kind of drag it across. Don't mind my mascara smudgies from earlier this morning. So I'm really just kind of placing this, stamping it, and keeping it close to the lash line, and drawing this across. And I am going to make it a little bit thicker because I just want everyone to be able to see what this looks like. And the reason why I love the Tom Ford eyeliner so much is because it does just make up doing any kind of liquid line so easy. The color is very, very opaque, very black, and it lays down super easily. And to give myself extra control, I have my pinky resting on my cheek, and I'm actually holding the eyeliner almost like parallel to my face as I draw the line, just so I'm not kind of stabbing myself. I'm just kind of lightly drawing that line and building it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead now and awkwardly let it dry here. I already have mascara smudgies. I don't need more liquid liner smudgies, right? I kind of want to make this one a little bit bigger. So here are my two different eyeliner shapes done. I did draw my right eyeliner a little bit thicker just so you could really see kind of the difference here, but hopefully what you're able to see in the camera is that this one just looks bigger, right, than it did originally. And the reason is because the line really just kind of focuses all of the attention right here on the center of your eye and kind of brings this part a little bit more open, if you will. Whereas this one, your attention, like when you look at my eyes, right, your attention is kind of drawn to that wing. And so immediately it kind of just makes your eye look a little bit more elongated. And so you can definitely see, like, it really depends ultimately on what you want to do with your eyes, right? And so yeah, hopefully you can tell in the camera. I don't know, I feel like I have to ask G Brown if he can tell. Can you tell there's a difference? Okay, cool. Okay, so hopefully you guys found this video helpful or informational. I don't know. I just wanted to talk about it just because I do feel like the way that you do your makeup really does affect the way that your face shape looks. Like, it's even the same thing when you're doing contouring or where you place your blush or where you place your eyeshadow. Like, all of that makes a huge difference. So I just wanted to do a quick segment, I guess you could say, on liquid liners. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please feel free to like this video and subscribe to our channel, and I will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Almond.
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 Almond.